Marek, thanks very much for joining us. It'd be good to get your view, I think, just on the outlook in terms of the politics and macro. What are the kind of key takeaways for the CE region?
Well, there's a long-term structural question relating to the economic growth. One is on the one hand, how will the game which is currently being played between the Commission and a number of Central European countries, Poland and Hungary in particular, over transfer payments and their linkage to rule of law issues, how will that play out? The numbers that are being bandied about as potentially being blocked are huge. They're around hundreds of billions of euros in terms of transfer payments, the recovery plan, the various recovery packages that are in place. And that's one big uncertainty, because obviously the dynamics of economic growth are going to be driven by, to a large extent, will that relationship improve or not? The big question mark, and unfortunately it's not likely to be resolved for quite a while, certainly in the case of Poland, no elections due until the end of 2023, assuming the current Law and Justice government holds out for another 18 months. It's very difficult under the Polish constitution to get rid of even a minority government in the parliament. You could see that standoff for quite a while. The second real question that's on everyone's lips, apart from the long-term impact of the COVID crisis, which nobody can control, well, actually, to a certain extent, you could say the Polish government could control. The Polish government really, because of the delicacies of the various factional parties within the ruling coalition, is fearful of taking a robust approach on COVID control. It's very, very unlikely that you will see with some of the measures you've seen in Holland, in Austria, Germany and France in terms of COVID passports, mass lockdowns, employee vetting on COVID inoculation. This is almost impossible politically in Poland. And that means that Poland could be hit much more dramatically over the course of this year by COVID than many other countries, but that will impact growth. The third area of uncertainty is policy, as a combination of EU energy policies, but also Russian manipulation of gas prices, as well as, in retrospect, too loose monetary policies. And a number of these countries, especially Poland, you've seen huge inflationary pressures mounting up. And again, for political reasons, for electoral reasons, it's not clear to me whether in particular the Polish government has got either the political will or the political ability to crack down on monetary growth and on inflation. So energy prices, COVID, inflationary growth through a lack of monetary control, and deep uncertainty over fiscal transfers from the European Union mean that the macroeconomic background going into 2022 is much weaker than it was at the beginning of 21, and a great deal of uncertainty over how far the politicians will be able to overcome those challenges.
Really interesting to catch up. Thanks very much, Marek.
Pleasure, Richard. Thank you very much.